is translated as sun salutations. It's a traditional practice that we do in the physical practice of yoga that helps to both strengthen, stretch, open up and release. It opens the right side, the left side, helps you to back bend and forward bend. So it works on these opposites and touches on many different parts of the body to both strengthen and stretch and help increase your mobility. So today we're going to start with the first part of the sun salutation, which we call the sun breath. This is great if you have issue with bearing weight on your hands or your upper body, but you want to energize, to move a little bit, to increase your flexibility, and to strengthen different parts of your body as well. So we're going to begin on hands and knees to just open the spine a little bit. So have your mat handy, and let's come to all fours. Take your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Spread your fingers comfortably wide, and we'll just begin by moving on the breath here. So as you happen to breathe in, reach the center of your chest forward, sit bones lift, face looks up. As you happen to breathe out, press the tops of the feet into the floor and round your lumbar spine. Breathing in, arch the upper back, face looks up, sit bones lift, back the neck stays long. As you exhale, pull the belly up towards the spine and drop your head down. Take a couple more like this on your own. We call this cat-cow, and we did it last week when we were working on creating health in the spine and mobility. And this is a great way to prepare for the sun salutations. So we'll come back into a neutral position here. Walk your hands a little forward of your shoulders. Curl your toes into the floor and press your hands down into the floor like you're pushing the mat forward. And in opposition to that, lift your hips way up and back away from the floor. Feel free to keep your knees a little bent here if it helps you to get more length and space through the spine. A few breaths in and out. And then we'll look up to the hands and gently walk your feet to your hands towards your feet. Bend the knees a little here so your belly rests on your thighs, and let your head hang heavy. Shake your head a little bit from side to side, and forward and back. And now, keeping your knees bent, gently begin to roll up through the spine, letting your head be the last to come up. So find your way into an upright standing position. We'll start in what's called Tadasana, mountain pose. And this is essentially standing with awareness. So check out your feet, because everything starts from the base. Make sure that the heels are aligned behind the widest part of your feet. You might take your feet a little bit wider if that helps you to feel more steady and balanced in this pose. Now, sense that you could draw the earth up through the soles of your feet, as if your feet had straws at the bottom of them and you could suction the floor up. And notice when you do that action, you start to engage in your quadriceps, and there's a subtle lift of your pelvic floor. You might feel that your spine got a little taller and longer. So that's what we're going for. Keep that now and let the palms face forward, so you create some space across your collarbones and feel your head and your neck easeful. So this is where we begin, Tadasana, mountain pose. From here, we'll take a breath in and reach the arms up overhead. So the hands come about shoulder distance apart. As you next breathe out, fold forward over your legs. Take a little bend through your knees and release your torso and your spine down towards the floor. Don't worry if your hands touch the floor. Bend your knees if you need to release your spine. As you next happen to breathe in, slide your hands up the fronts of your shin bones and reach the center of your chest forward. So you feel that same lift you did in that up cat position. So you want to feel a nice long spine and bring your shoulder blades away from the ears. As you next happen to exhale, fold again over the legs. Take a little bend through your knees so you release your lower back and your spine can relax. As you inhale, circle the arms out and all the way up, reaching the arms up by the ears. As you exhale, bring your palms to touch and lower your hands down the midline of your body. Coming back to where you started, Tadasana, mountain pose. So let's try that again a little bit more on the breath. Breathing in, reach the arms out and up overhead. Arms by the ears. Breathing out, dive forward over the legs. Little bend through your knees so your spine can release. Breathing in, take your hands to your shin bones, lengthen your spine and gaze a little bit forward. Breathing out, fold again over the legs, soften the knees, relax your head. Breathing in, stretch the arms out and up. Take a slight bend through your knees to protect your low back, arms overhead. Now take the palms to touch and lower your hands down the midline of your body as you exhale. Let's try that one more time. Breathing in, arms stretch up overhead. Urdhva Hastasana, upward worship. Breathing out, fold forward over your legs. Uttanasana, forward bend. Breathing in, slide your hands to your shin bones, lengthen your spine, Ardha Uttanasana, half forward bend. Breathing out, fold again over the legs, Uttanasana, forward bend. Breathing in, circle the arms out and all the way up. Urdhva Hastasana, upward worship. Bring your palms to touch and take your hands down the midline of your body. Tadasana, mountain pose. So float your arms down alongside your body and just notice what you feel. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this was helpful and that you can do this series a little bit on your own every day. A little bit goes a long way, and it's a great way to both energize, awaken, and help you to